online crew, how are you today? We have a very special live today because I am bringing somebody amazing on screen with me today who just won our previous round of the video challenge. So we had a 14-day online crew video challenge, and this person that I'm going to bring on the screen today not only did the challenge for the very first time, but actually came in and swooped everyone and won at the end of the day. So we're going to have a chat to sort of him in a moment, and he can share his thoughts and experiences with the challenge. So the fellow video challengers that are on live with us or catching the replay, thank you for being here to support Ed when I bring him on in a second to share his experience with you. So love the fact that you're with us and you can celebrate Ed with me. If we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain, but no captain's hat here today because today is all about Ed, celebrating Ed and his achievements. So great to see you guys on. I'll bring him in and then we can say hello to you guys together. So without further ado, let me introduce to you and bring on screen, we have Ed McDonald, who is the winner of our previous 14-day online crew video challenge. It's very much of a mouthful, isn't it, as I mentioned before. So how are you today, Ed?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. I'm not sure, can you see the comments your end, Ed? Because I'll pull up a few on screen. Let's see who's here. Christine is here. We've got Cynthia. We've got Cherie. Everyone's saying hello. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Gina's saying hello. We've got Susan. Congratulations again, Ed. Hey, Helen. Woo woo. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Very cool. It did so great, such a fun challenge. And might I, these two ladies here came equal third, Beth and Christine. And where is she? She's here as well. Susan came second. So amazing effort for all those people I just identified there. We've got Olive here as well. Look at all these congratulations, Ed. You would have to go back and check out all these comments. Everyone's giving, yeah, you're feeling special right about now. Hello, Malin. How are you? We've got Donna. We've got Yvette. Thanks, guys, for jumping on and supporting Ed. For those of you that don't know, live video is one of those things that's really, really important when building a business on social media. Isn't that right, Ed?
It absolutely is. No question.
Yeah, so Ed attended the video challenge for the very first time, and it's usually one of our repeat video challenges that we find are at the top of the ladder. So you came in and did an amazing job, and for a couple of reasons, you did everything I asked you to do, and you also invited somebody else into the challenge who completed the challenge as well. So not only have you impacted your own life, you've impacted somebody else's life. So can you share with us, Ed, what was the reason you jumped in and did the video challenge in the first place? Like, why jump on board and put yourself through it? What's the motivation?
Great question, Helen. So why did I get involved with this challenge? Well, I had been following along with somebody online for some time, and I've kept hearing about doing live, Facebook lives, and I had never done one. Had posted pictures and so forth, but had never done a live video. And I kept hearing about this live video and trying to think who that was. Oh, right, it was you. You kept saying about live video. Well,
okay.
I was on for those of you that don't know, I took Helen's branding boot camp, the branding course. I was in the class of 20. And I had heard her mention to some of the other more experienced folks in the group about live videos and for their content on their pages, etc. So I thought there must be something to it. And as we all know, during this past year that we've all been involved in, without saying the name of what we've all been through, but we know what I'm talking about, right? And so people are going to streaming platforms. They're looking for engagement. They're looking for content. They're looking to be entertained, and they're looking to be educated. And I've heard it said that live video, uploaded content is going to be about 80% of what we're going to see on the social media platforms in as early as 2022. That's just next year. So I'm kind of late to the game in terms of getting, into the this sort of, social media marketing, if you will.
Hmm.
And so I thought I would jump on and learn about the and give her all I had. So
Yeah.
I gave.
And yeah, and that you did. Like, it was just amazing to see you embrace. For those of you that are unaware, I give all the technical information as well as the content. So obviously, the individual has to work out what they're going to say for the day, but I give them guidelines as to what to do every single day. So it does make it sort of a little bit easier. But live video is where it's at. So congratulations for jumping on the challenge. What did you learn? I'm going to ask you two things here. What did you learn about you? And what did you learn about live video itself? Like, is it as difficult or is it easier than you thought? Like, did you enjoy it in the end? So there's two aspects of this. So what did you learn, basically from your perspective and the actual live video perspective as well, the technical stuff?
Well, what I learned about myself with this particular challenge is that I shouldn't have been so darn shy in high school, or I would have had more girls dance with me. You wouldn't believe how many people I had reach out to me, friends from back home in Nova Scotia. Ed, if you'd asked me, I would have danced with you when it came, and I think it was like, what day was that? Talk about rejection. It was overcoming the fear of rejection. Yeah, day 10. And I approached a girl on the street randomly, and we had to interview somebody that we didn't know, and didn't know how that was going to go, but it went quite
It went very
nicely,
well. Very well.
very well. Yeah, didn't know her. She's a neighbor somewhere, and so that went quite well. So, I the whole thing about doing the live video, just getting out of the comfort zone, not being afraid of people saying no, not being worried about what people might say. Um,
Was,
I was
was it as hard as you thought it was going to be?
not at all. Well, overcoming pushing that little blue button. There was days like, oh, just hit the button, Ed, hit the button. Had to do some self talk and but the format itself, once I got into it, and you laid out the instruction for us, it was very simple. It was like so simple. There's nothing complicated about it, really. Just hit the blue button, Facebook Live, blue button, drop down, put your, titles and so forth. In terms of the basics of it, hit the blue button and go, and then hit finish to stop. And whatever happens in between, well, make it up as you go, or find somebody that's going to give you some content to share,
Yeah.
and use that format. But I just it was I got it. I loved it.
Well, this
you
is
know
the next question. How did you feel from day 1 to day 14? Like, you seem to be, as you were going along, you seem to really enjoy it. So how was it? Like, 14 days in the scheme of things in life, like 14 days is not long at all. Then it's amazing how people can start with so much fear and only a few days in, it's like, what was I so stressed about? Why didn't I jump in this and do this before? And by day 14, they're loving it. So how do you see your journey, in that this was the first challenge you'd ever done? So how did you feel from day 1 to day 14?
Well, honestly, the analogy that I had used in one of my videos, I believe, was entering a race. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a big runner. I love running. I've been running most of my life, not always away from somebody, but but normally towards something, and that'd be the finish. But always, and many of my running colleagues and friends, no matter what our experience level, whether you're an elite athlete, weekend warrior, we get nervous. And that's why there's all these lineups of the porta potties before any race event, despite
Yeah.
all of the
Yep.
experience there. So pretty much every day I had that same sort of little bit of trepidation hitting that blue button. But just like in starting a road race, once I got my feet moving, or in this case, my lips flapping, you know, great. I could, and given, the fact that you'd given us the content or the topic to speak of for that particular day, just like a race route, I knew where I was going. Typically for me, never having won that many races, I just followed everybody else.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but I just went with it. So every day just before pushing that blue button, but as time went on from day 1 to day 14, I found that maybe a little less reluctant to hit the blue button. But once I started it, I felt a greater sense of ease the further along into the challenge that I got.
Yeah, and that was very noticeable. I'm just going to pick up a comment here from Crystal. I can't see you as shy, Ed. You're very funny and kind and have a great personality. And this is what live video is all about. Unless we get ourselves on screen and let people see our personality, how do they get to know us? So if we're going to build a business on social media, this is what live video can do for you. Crystal doesn't know Ed from a bar of soap. They've never met in person, neither of Ed or I, but you get to know characteristics about people and their quirkiness and their funniness and, little idiosyncrasies of people. Like that comes across in people's personality, but nobody can see that unless you go live, like on live video. So this is where we can find our tribe for our businesses, is by showing our face on live video and letting people get to know us and our personality, which Crystal has just highlighted. So in a challenge situation, Ed, what do you think the difference would be? Because I know what the difference is, and a lot of people here watching and catching the replay will know the difference when you're very first starting out on live video in just doing it yourself, and you're a lone body out there doing a live video, or doing it in a challenge situation where you're all on the same day, you're all doing the same thing, you're all watching and, encouraging each other. So how did you find the first time that you did a challenge, that whole challenge sort of experience with sort of learning to do live video at the same time?
Well, it took down some of the barriers for me in terms of having the content, having that support network out there. Like for me personally, going back to the videos and seeing all of the comments, seeing the love, not only from friends and people on my page. I posted on my personal page, for those that didn't know, but the support from the community, from your online community, because this is, if anybody's thinking about doing a challenge or thinking about go live or doing live videos, this is a great way, in my opinion, to start it, because you have the support of the community. And as you've taught us, don't just do a video late at night and go to bed. Hang in there for maybe 90 minutes and react, respond, and engage with the people that are commenting and have taken the time to watch all or part of the video or the replay, and reach out to them. And a lot of those folks were members of the crew here. And
yeah, and they'll be lifelong friends now. I mean, check this out from Christine. It's so good getting to know people during their lives. Ed feels like a friend now. This is what happens. Laurie, I totally enjoyed every one of your lives. You have such a magnetic personality, drew me in every time, even when I was busy. It's just amazing how quickly you can connect with people just by learning more about them in the challenge situation. So these people you'll be connected with probably for a long time now. It's just, there's many bonuses from doing a video challenge. And one of the things I say inside the video challenge a lot is this is much more than just a video challenge. This is not just about just pushing a blue button and turning up and, delivering the content I give you. It's about the community, the friendships, the interaction, the engagement, your algorithm, but most importantly, your confidence. And when we feel confident and we grow as an individual with confidence, then that flows through all areas of our life. So have you felt that confidence has grown for you with the live video and just knowing that you can challenge yourself to do things and actually achieve it and get it done?
Absolutely. No question. It felt like a Tony Robbins course inside a video challenge. There was some personal development. There was Gary V or whoever your guy is, but just, it was just so beneficial. Like, and I can't stop talking about it to other friends in my network, or local business owners that I know, like brick and mortar business people, people that do have online businesses, back east, back home, I call it Nova Scotia, that are doing well. But how many pictures of a coffee do we need to see? Like, oh yeah, you make a nice coffee. Like, tell me how you do that though. Like, let me see it in action.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me something. And it just, yeah, it's like I just did my first live video on Monday when I get up to the cabin here. So from the beach, I just talked about gratitude and like getting to I called it my happy place. Had a boys' night, just me and my dog up here for 2 nights, and I, was just, taken aback by just the beauty what was around me. It wasn't anything business related or so forth, but it was something I was feeling from my heart, and I just felt I gotta go live. I'm gonna do. Oh my God, I'm gonna do. What am I saying to myself? I'm gonna go live. You're on the beach. There's a seal barking in the background, but I just went
This
for it.
this is the beautiful thing, because where that came from is that you wanted to share. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to go live. I've got to share this. I want to talk about gratitude. Live video is so much more for any of you that are resisting it out there. It's not about you. It's about what you can say and share and impact with other people. And that is exactly, where it comes from, Ed. You're sitting in, peaceful moment. And it's like, oh, I've got to share. I've got to go live and just talking about gratitude. And you never know who's listening that might be impacted by that message. This is what live video is about. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than our ego. It's a platform to just get people to know you and share what's important to you. Like it's amazing, particularly in the industry that we're in with home-based businesses, is we are in a relationship business.
Absolutely.
Business with people. It doesn't matter what your thing is, what your business opportunity is, how good your products are, if you've got them. It's not about all of that. It's about who you do business with and building those relationships. And this is what live video can afford us, with getting to know people. I mean, look what Beth said here. You stuck with us, Ed. A vet has shared, Ed cracks me up every time. Come to Honolulu, Ed. Yeah, we're all coming, a vet. Crystal, these live video challenges have changed my life. And I know they have for Crystal. My gosh, the shy girl that she was years ago when she did her first challenge to everything she's achieved since is incredible. And my business, the support from Helen and the video challenge community is what kept me going through the challenges, even when I wanted to give up. And this is why I always say it's so much more than a video challenge. And I know Crystal feels that to the core. It's much more than just turning up and pressing that blue button. So Ed, for anybody listening live or on the replay that's like, I admire that. That sounds wonderful. I wish I could do that, but I just can't. I'll never do it. I'll never press the blue button. I can't bring myself to do it. What would you say to them?
What I would say to them is think about somebody in your life, from your past, from your neighborhood, that you want to help, that could use your help. And we know that, you know, some of us may not have thriving businesses and so forth, but sometimes it's just all about helping one person at a time. And what can you share with somebody to just maybe help one person? Not hundreds, not thousands at a time, but just one person at a time. And that's the experience I had on day 4. I shared, it was vulnerability day, for lack of a better word, and I shared about my journey with PTSD and depression, being a healthcare guy and having worked in a lot of trauma centers over in Saudi Arabia, and dealing with that, and how I was a part of a research group using ketamine assisted therapy, and how it really changed things for me last fall. I can't tell you how many people I had reach out to me after watching that. People that I didn't even know that were having issues, because we don't know what's going on behind somebody's face. Sometimes we don't know what's going on in their lives. You know, in social media, sometimes we just see what we see. And going live and being vulnerable or sharing something from our past or something that we know about a product that can truly help somebody. Um, I like to think of it. I would tell those folks, think of it that way. We all have gifts, you know, all the answers to the universe are out there. We just need to know where to find them, or at the very least, point people in the right direction to find them.
Yeah. And, thank you for sharing that. And it's highlighting again, it's more than just us. It's bigger than us. You never know that one person that's listening. And honestly, a lot of people watch live video in silence. They'll never comment. They'll never share anything. They won't even react, like put a love heart or a like or anything. But you'll share something and you'll get a message. And somebody will say, I watched your video and it really touched me because, or it was like you were talking to me, or, whatever it is. There is somebody always watching, always. And you never know what you're going to share that day. And this is, the power of live video. And what I also want to highlight here is just the authenticity. And allowing the walls to come down and getting rid of thoughts like I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not successful enough. If you just be yourself and you share from the heart, and if you can teach some valuable things along the way, amazing. But you don't have to be somebody of influence to be able to help other people. You don't have to have, hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account to be able to say something meaningful on a live video. So for those of you that are sitting there thinking, I'm not good enough, who's going to listen to me? I'm not successful enough to do live video. That's all ego. That's all up here. Mm-hmm. And if you can, think bigger than that, and it's like, who can I impact today? What can I share today? Sitting somewhere going, this is just amazing. This is so peaceful. I'm so grateful. I've got to go live. That's the difference. Without the video challenge, would have you actually gone live and shared that video regarding gratitude if you hadn't just done the video challenge?
Would have been a photo of my dog.
Yeah.
It would, might have been some words, but no, definitely without going through the video challenge, I don't think there's any way I would have, because I wouldn't have known the technical aspects of it. And
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah. And for those of you, that are struggling out there, I would take from this conversation as well, if you really don't know what to talk about regarding business-wise, like you want to build your business on social media and get more people, to look at what you've got and attract more people too, just start with being more vulnerable, talking about what's important. You just go live, just get your face out there and talk and share. And like Ed did, he just did, a live just sharing gratitude. Like you don't have to have something majorly inspirational, meaningful every time you go live. You can just share. It's as simple as that. As Mel Robbins says, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, do it anyway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it anyway. And some people have to do that in the video challenge. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push the button. Hi. It's okay. You got to start somewhere.
Ready, shoot, aim.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to pick up on something Crystal said here, because this is pretty cool. You've inspired me to let my guard down more and just be my weird, quirky self. Thank you. Very proud of you, Ed. And that's what helps us, find our tribe. With the more that you can be you and your personality, and if you've got quirkiness or funniness or and I don't think that's a word, but it is now. But you know what I mean? Like the individual characteristics, that's what you want to show. You don't want to be somebody you're not on your live videos. You want to be you, no matter what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beth, I remember the first test day, Ed couldn't turn it off. He just drifted down from the camera manually. It was so fucking good. So for those of you that are unaware, at the start of the video challenge, I asked the people to do a test video inside our private Facebook group so they can work out all the technical issues before they actually go out live on their business page or on their personal profile. So obviously you couldn't work out where the end button was. Is that what that was, Ed? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was something like that. Where's the off button? I couldn't find it. I was down in my man cave I think I was in the laundry room, wasn't I, Beth? I think, like, really secretive, like my hideaway place. I can't let anybody see me doing this because I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I couldn't find the off button. But
that's why you do the test video and you get all those things out the way before you do it. And that's one of the also another benefit of doing it in a challenge situation, that we can get all over the technical sort of aspects and turning sideways, and people were doing test videos sideways, and you get rid of all that stuff before you actually physically sort of start the challenge. Now there's actually a challenge on for you, Ed. Check this out. Game on, Ed, for the next challenge. Beth and I always tie, and we're coming for first place. Oh.
Bring it on.
Yeah, you've been challenged. What's Hero shared with us? Sharing our story is so powerful. Even indirectly, people started to contact me. It's really eye-opening. This community is a miracle to me. Thank you, Infinity. Oh, thank you, Hero. And we love having you part of this community. We really do have a special community sort of here. Now, Ed, we want to get to know you a little bit better. So I'm going to rapid fire at you, and you're just going to answer the first thing that comes off the top of your head, okay?
Ready? Okay,
He's had no warning about what I'm about to say, so just whatever comes off the top of your head. So what is your favorite food, Ed?
Anything that's placed in front of me. Next.
Oh, you're not fussy then. Okay, your favorite drink?
Favorite drink? It's water. I drink. It was too long. Well, on holidays, I'm on holidays, so there's a different favorite drink during holidays, but mostly it's water.
Okay, all right. But in holidays?
Oh, I found this new beer. It's called the Salty Scot. So being a McDonald, I'm from Scotland. You know, my province is Nova Scotia, the birthplace of New Scotland. And I've somebody put me onto this dark beer. It's called the Salty Scot. It's a dark beer, and so it takes little butterscotch finish to it. But you know, that's why I run. I run so I can drink and eat whatever I want.
I reckon that's a good combination. Exactly. Okay, cheese or chocolate?
Oh, chocolate.
Oh, chocolate, hands down. Okay,
chocolate.
What kind of chocolate?
Dark chocolate, cacao, 70%.
Yep, absolutely. I like raspberries in mine. And even if you cook your own, like with cacao and melt it down and put raspberries in it, then you put it in the freezer so it's all natural, coconut oil, bit of maple syrup. Beautiful.
I have a little bit of chili pepper, chilies in mine. Chili to spice it up to boost the metabolism so I can keep burning off that Salty Scot beer.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Awesome. So are you a beach person or a snow person?
Beach person.
Beach, coffee or wine?
I'm going to say coffee.
Not rapid fire,
I drink more coffee. I'm a Tim's guy. You know, coffee. Definitely more coffee.
Okay. What's your favorite holiday destination?
I'm going to say right where I'm sitting right now.
Okay.
Because of the family memories created here. The second place would be home in Nova Scotia. Every summer, home to see family. Yeah, this is where we come to holiday. I've traveled around the world in the past, and I did all that stuff early, and no real burning desire to go anywhere other than to meet each one of you that are watching this.
Yeah. So we're all going to get together. You know, the cruise was the destination. I'm not sure if I'm game to get on a cruise after everything that's happened with COVID, but I'm definitely getting together with this crew, and I'm having a margarita. You can have your beer, but I'm having a margarita. Then I'm having a gin and tonic, and then I'm having a bourbon and dry. Okay, that's my combination. Real mixed bag there. Okay, tell us. So just to finish off with, I've got two more questions. Tell us something about Ed that we don't already know.
Something about me that you don't already know? Oh,
not that we know you that well, but just something quirky about you that we wouldn't expect of you, or something you've done in your life that we wouldn't know, which we don't really know you that well. So
I was on a team that set the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest non-professional hockey game in history. In 2002, when I was 40 years old, we played hockey straight for 52 hours and 1 minute.
You played
ice hockey, yeah. So according to the ice hockey, yeah. So yeah, with skates, full gear, a lot of sweating, a lot of goals scored on our goaltenders, and yeah. Then in 2000, we were beat. You know, records are made to be broken. But that was an existing Guinness Book of World Records record, and on August 25th, 2000, and my feet still have I have damaged tendons where you tighten up your laces, so they're still they're still scalier scabs, or not scab, but there was permanent injuries.
Well, at least you've got a lasting memory that's physically, with you for life of that achievement.
Yeah. And I got a hockey puck that said we did it. So
Woohoo!
I know.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything that you would like to share or say to finish off, about your experience?
Just that if you're not doing live videos, for those of you that have businesses, why not? I mean, I'm in a bit of a flex moment myself, and just still learning and relatively new to this game. But for those of you that have businesses and products that are selling and that are helping people, my God, get out there and use live videos to do it. I think there's so much to it. When I look back at just me, Ed McDonald, who's Ed McDonald? Nobody. On my personal profile, all the engagement that I got, all the views that I had on my page, people reaching out to me for various reasons. It showed to me the power, of just doing live videos versus what I had been doing just on social media in the past. And I think it's so powerful, and you can't deny that, we can't change yesterday, but we can change today for a different tomorrow.
Mm.
And if everything that we're hearing about social media is going to be true with respect to 80% of the content being, on social media platforms, being live videos or uploaded videos or whatnot, get it done now. Start now. Doesn't have to be perfect. My dad said, "Hey, God, if you're going on," my dad's 81, and he finally commented on one of the videos, just a video at the beach the other. Unbeknownst to me, he was always watching, but never let on. And
Really?
finally said the other day, "For God's sake, son, if you're doing national video, get a haircut." Thanks,
Just
Dad.
a typical thing to say from a parent.
But somebody shared he had other, more positive things to say. So shall we say? But yeah, just for those of you that have businesses and out there and want to make an impact, just go for it. I mean, I think it's so exciting, and sometimes I just, when the challenge was over, I was really missing it. I love this community, but I think anything that we want to do in terms of you know new habits, new positive influences in our life, we have to do them repeatedly and consistently. And the
Yeah.
challenge certain gave me that opportunity to do that, albeit for 14 days. One of our members is doing it 90 days.
Mm.
She's carrying on, so, but 14 days, it was great. I have no regrets whatsoever doing it, and I would highly encourage anybody that's on the fence about doing live videos, don't be. Get off that fence. Go do it.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of fighting that initial fear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it anyway, because you'll be far better off for it. It really doesn't take that long to get rid of the fear, and you might surprise yourself. And you could even fall in love with the process, which many people here listening live, I know, have fallen in love with that process and go regularly live now because of these video challenges. So I just want to say again, Ed, everybody listening, please thank Ed for sharing with us his thoughts and, experience with us today. You're quite the character. Continue on your live videos. We love having you in this community. Amazing effort to do a video challenge for the very first time and actually win it. So please, recognize that effort. It just goes to show, what you can achieve, and it's just the beginning,
Absolutely.
it's just the beginning. So many more things to come for Ed, I'm sure. Watch that space.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly. Stay tuned. So thank you guys for supporting Ed today, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Wish him all the best. I think he'll be absolutely fine out there in the big wide world of social media. Stay tuned to here on the page or the group, wherever you're watching from, for the next challenge, which won't be until early May. I'm just flagging that now. There isn't one in April. Too many other things going on, but we want as many people as we can on that May challenge. So I'll start talking about that next month, actually. So do you think we'll see you on the next challenge, Ed?
Yeah. Hello. There's a Christine and Beth, like, come on, bring it.
The challenge is on. Okay.
The challenge is on. Challenge within the challenge.
Awesome. Thanks again, Ed. And thank you for everyone joining us today. I'll see you the same time tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Buddy.